Welcome back, everybody, here to the CSGO Championship Series, map number 2 between Fnatic as well as TSM, where Fnatic off to a very rough start, Sadicist.
Again, I think it was a little rougher than I anticipated on that map. I didn't really give a score prediction for it, but I'm not surprised that TSM took Dust 2. They're great on it. They've been great on it. It's, I would say, probably their best map right now as things stand. Obviously, Fnatic felt Nuke was more important to take out against them, and therefore it came into the pool. Now we go to a little more of a comfort zone for Fnatic. It's actually Cash. We called it as Inferno.
Yeah,
it's Cash.
I get to be wrong.
Yeah, and I couldn't remember either, so we're both to blame there. But it's actually Cash, and again, this comes down to a little bit more execution, similar to Dust 2 and how the bomb sites are divided, how there is a bit of a mid that has 2 connectors into each direct angle, one either go toward A or one go toward B. But again, smokes are a little more important on A. B has a little more coordination because ideally you want to get someone into the vents to control the checkered room, or at least have someone lurking in middle to prevent them from flanking you from that position. And I think Fnatic, if they can get a double op setup out on this, I think it's going to be very hard for TSM.
Well, this is the map they used that double op last time around, so you get that early pick, and you can switch between either having the one in mid as well as that aggressive A main, or you could have maybe even one A main and one looking over towards the B side. So you don't really find that early advantage. In fact, when you're a T side, looking through both of those angles already gives so much information to the CTs. So
again, I think I wouldn't have predicted the score to be quite the way that it was. TSM had an excellent T half to start things off. Obviously, it was 9-6 at halftime. But now we're again, this should level us back up. If they take it in 2, it's possible. Of course, Fnatic still has the loser bracket to come back through tomorrow night. If that's the case, they'll play against Na'Vi. But the knife round starts us off. Flush is already down. TSM, team kill. Xyp9x actually hit Dupree because Dupree killed Pronax, who Xyp9x was swinging for, and all of a sudden he wasn't there anymore. So that actually gives it back to Fnatic.
Yeah, which means they'll yeah, it's like, whoops, that was the wrong guy. Fnatic will stay, and we will ready ourselves up to get us directly in to map number 2. Quick prediction rounds before we start this one up. Thoughts? I'll let you go first.
I would say I'm going to say Fnatic 16-12. Starting CT side, I'm going to say 16-12. They're a team actually, it depends. Okay, I'm going to say 2 things. 16-12 is my final score. Could also be 16-8 because their T side on this map is awesome. It's probably the best T side I've seen from anyone.
Hey, I'm gonna say 16-14 because I think Team Solomon are gonna get some good early rounds up against Fnatic CT side. So yeah, I'm feeling it's going to be a little bit closer than that, but I'm still feeling that Fnatic should be able to take this one. It's a really strong map for them. So, underway, here we go. Pistol round. First round up for grabs. Who's going to be the man to grab it by the balls? And it looks like it's going to be Team Solid mid to come in through long A. 2 over is Squeaky, 3 coming in through main. Pronax and JW rotating quickly. The flashbangs, keeping the CTs quite blind, but they're getting a good crossfire out here. And Crims battling from the back box, doing some serious lifting at the moment. Has to move around. KGB on the front lines, taking out 2. Can't get the third. We're into a 3-on-2 situation with JW jumping for fish and snaps back the spine of KGB. And they know where the last one is. Over the boxes to a land far, far away. Fnatic will take round number 1. They even save a couple of those Tech 9s the Team Solid mid came in with.
So CT pistol, if they can continue to perform with that ability and get those economy, or pardon me, get the economy working toward them, be able to get some, again, the double op system out very quickly. Look at this. They won that round. They're saving for 2 Tech 9s. They want to go for it. It's Olaf and Crims that are saving it, so they want to get those out as fast as possible. If they can get on a roll here, this is going to be very lethal for TSM. That pistol round was more important than anything that they had in the last map.
I'm not surprised you'd say for the Tech 9s. Like, Fnatic are one of these teams that we've seen them time and time again. Their logo was literally changed to incorporate a Tech 9 because they understand the power of this weapon. And when you're in a pistol round, okay, Xyp9x, a little bit of an aggressive push from Pronax going wrong. Same as well when Dupree brings down Crims, we're in a 3-on-3 already. Yeah, with pistol rounds going wrong so much of the time, and it actually hasn't happened yesterday. The pistol rounds, like the round after, was pretty much on the money. Well, Dupree. Nade, gonna fly a little bit too high. So CT's pushed up on him, and that's gonna be Olaf to drop down. Eventually, I'll finish my point. And he waits so patiently for
Oh,
JW.
Dupree, this is
That's
huge.
the M4.
They had low HP. They had nothing to work with, and now they leave just Flusha's live. So he's got to rotate so strong here. Dupree's going to sit in mid and just wait for a rotation, but Flusha's already passed him. And on that shot, that initial shot at Truck gives it away. So now he's going to hold the angle. Ooh. But there you go. There's how low they are. So this is still doable. That nade catches out Kerrigan.
It's making him look behind him. That's why Highway, that shot had to come in. You got 5 HP for Flusha, and it'll be removed. The Mag 7 going to work.
Eco throws everything I said out the window. Now TSM gets a chance to get right back into it. It also means that because those two players saved, Olaf and Crims, they'll be able to buy this round, but they'll also not be able to get ops out later. So this throws... It's a double-edged sword. They get more guns than you would anticipate after losing an Eco, but their economy's completely broken, and they're in a similar situation to how they were on Dust 2.
So Fnatic basically have to do what Team Solo Mid just did. On pistol round, you basically find any advantage you possibly can, and they're going to do it by doing their boost over the boxes and look for Zipniks, because you got the Famous, this is in fact achievable, and who's going to get that kill? JW is already up, and Zipniks, he must have heard him. He's waiting. So patient, JW. They're letting B-side play out. As the nades do fly in, only a little bit of damage into Crims. They just still wait on the jump box. JW hasn't flinched. I actually don't think he's moved a single muscle since they started. But you actually want to get on board with Crims right now. He is in the perfect position, waiting for that breach. Flashes, smokes. He's just sitting very closely on the side, and there's his first attack. Bringing down Dupree. He won't survive long enough to get another one, but he slows him up and does some damage. Device, not a healthy chappy. But it's still enough for Kerrigan to get in and take out Flusha as well as Olaf. Catching out the guys coming in through vents. It'll be Cage and B to do the work there. But only one CT remaining. That's going to be Pronax, and very little he can do. He is locked inside the checkers.
And look at, this is another, okay, well, there's one. Actually, look how low their HP is. Pronax is going to stay around. I don't think he'll get this where he only has a pistol. He's not going to have that encouragement to go in, and they just have to hold the angles. But this is another case of what could have been, because how low are they all right now? They won't peek him. This barring any massive mistakes, they won't get this round, but he's got the AK now.
He's only got one more to get through. No kit, though. And he's running in behind. He's making a lot of noise doing it, so he's going to get this frag, but he doesn't have enough time to get back there and get the bomb down. So it will still be the second round of Team Solo Mid, but they lose all weapons.
Every weapon drop. That's the big thing here, because they'll have to rebuy. And I was about to say it was a round of what could have been for the economy for that exact reason, because there was 4 players still up that could have easily gone down with another 8 HP to any of the 3 of the 4. But Pronax stays around and gets the kills, gets the guns, and that's going to help down the road.
So Team Solo Mid.
Someone's calling ace. That was a 4K. Nice try.
Glad you're on the money, man.
1, 2, 3, 5.
I want to watch Flusha and JW. We got the AK as well as the M4. They're the ones who are in, like, they have to control so well. JW's watching mid, Flusha's over at B. Every player from TSM, they're over on A, and JW's already moving up to Toxic. He gets the spray across. So there goes Squeaky, expecting more to come, but they're coming in through A main where Olaf puts the CT to work. So this is not a great breach from TSM. It's a 4-on-2 situation. JW knows one's down there at the tractor, but he's going to get nailed.
That kill by Dupree's massive. That nade, though, even more important. Flush actually got it with the gun. He shot to the right, knowing the nade would force him back in the corner, so good heads-up play. And now they'll come back around the backside of the site. But is Device going to use these smokes? Is he going to fool them? I think he's going to walk right out of the site. He sits around just for a moment longer, but he could run to B right now if he wanted.
He doesn't have to. What he's planning on doing right now is realizing Fnatic will go, oh, wait, he's not on A? Where the hell has he gone? He must have already run over to B, go down highway, try and push one through vents, one through back. In fact, they're going to leave Crims behind, and Flusha is going to check mid. So he's trying to make it so it's a one-on-one situation, but he's going
to find him. Crims isn't even looking at him. He's walking. Oh, he's below him. He's below him.
He's not above him. So as he comes up, he has to look behind him, and there it is. Quick frag on the Crims, and that's what he did. Force the one-on-one situation. He could have potentially got the frag on the highway. Either way, it still would have been the advantage. Now, Flash, and then show after. He's not going to strafe it, even though he did get the full blind onto him. And wow, nicely done by Device.
What a smart play by Device. Brilliantly done. And that kill by Dupree, I was going to say through the smoke initially on JW up close was what allowed them to get deep enough in the site to get the plant. But Flusha was smart as well with that nade, forcing him to the corner. Easy shot. Device, what an absolutely monstrous play by him. So smart, so composed.
Kind of an interesting choice from Fnatic to use the catwalk position, because you don't see the entrances when that happens. You give the ability for the Ts to come in below. Now, we're going to boost up. Is Sipnix moving very quickly into the mid? Oh, nope. He's actually, he's the one looking into A main. They didn't go for the full boost. A little bit of team tag there to Pre. It's only 11 HP. And JW hovering around that mid, the Molotov. A little bit off target, and he's able to get the pick up on Device. So the boost over won't work, and JW gets back alive.
Cajun B, though, over toward Toxic. Op up for him, and Crim's down on the ground. That evens us back up. That splits your defense up. JW is low HP as well, so right now it's a slight advantage for TSM. They're still sitting with the bomb in the B connector. They need to get more information before they can head to either site.
I think that's the reason why Pronax is coming in through A main.
And this is what Fnatic does. This much time gone in the round, they also need the information where the D's divided, so he'll push A main. This funnels the offense. Now he says, okay, guys, they're absolutely not A.
Yeah, JW's coming over already. That movement has allowed them to stack up over on B, but they're not there fully there yet. It's only Flusher as well as Olaf holding on top of the site. And while Cajun B's looking in the exact position, takes out Olaf, looking then up to heaven. Where that second player is, Cajun B playing a beautiful, beautiful AWP game.
Pronax is there, though. Here's this flank. TSM's done very well, because if they were too slow on those entry kills, Pronax would have been in an easy position to get them, but Cajun B, a 4K for him, so Cajun 4 this time. Doesn't work, Cajun. Stop. You're only allowed to get 3 kills around.
K-Quad.
K what?
K-Quad.
K-Quad?
Yeah.
I thought Cajun B? Doesn't work. I don't know where. Is this a reference I don't understand with your Aussie humor again?
It's just a quad.
Okay.
It's like it's a K and a quad. Because
you're
not going to go Cajun quad, because that just sounds stupid. But a K-Quad is easy.
All right.
Yeah, we can make it up. All right, so JW very aggressively looking out through Squeaky. Trying to see if TSM were rushing on them. But they've only got these P350s, so best of luck. Up against the AKs as well as AWP of Cajun B. They do at least have 3 players over on the HAW. He's running in, looking for that AK so then he can battle himself out from that long A position. Olaf, point blank range, finds only 1, however. But just 1 or 2 is fine. There's actually an AK into the hands of Pronax. He doesn't hold it for long. As Kerrigan does come in, the CT's rotating in. It's a 2-on-2 situation. No weapons. Okay, now there is one. There's an AK into the hands of Crims. Bullets are available, and the bomb is locked on the site. Cajun B needs this pick to give him the advantage. But Crims, wait, where the hell is he going? He's waiting for the flanker. Leaving Flusher alone on the A. He does get the tag. It's Cajun B trying to back up, but on 29 HP and 19 HP. They just lost Cajun B. If Flusher can finish off Kerrigan nice and quickly and get to that AWP, he's moving. I don't know if his legs are fast enough for it.
Nope, not enough.
Nope. So Team Solo Mid, they do lose their second round of the half, but they still have a 4-2 advantage. And the money is still there for them as well. So
they'll buy out that second op instead. It's quite a hefty difference in their wallets, because look at how little JW and Olaf have. In fact, $50 only for JW.
It really pays off for them. This is where Fnatic get all the information. JW, look at he's the only one over on A. That means they can commit 3 to mid, and JW looks for the A main. Olaf gets 1. He's going to look for the second. He gets the second as well, having to back up to the boxes at the back of Checker. Gets the 3rd. There's a 4th one coming in through Checkers, and he takes the 4! Oh, Olaf. Man.
That 4th shot was hairy, but he got it. Great control of his angles. Got the first one, readjusted second, fell back so he couldn't get pushed from his left side. Here it is on the replay. This second one was nice. There's the fallback. That's important, because the second player would have been at his right side, or pardon me, left side from Checkers. And then there it is. Gets them all as a result. What a great play.
7 HP left in the bag, and that was all he had. That was the big round, because that was Team Solo Mid buying up AKs. They're forced into a pure eco. Like, I say a pure eco, they were going pistol round, but there's no armor, there's no nades. There's JW looking for the pick. And, like, Sipnix knew he'd go for that pick. JW does it all the time when they run the double AWPs. And he waited for it, but he just couldn't get enough. And that hole through the smoke, Device, he's going to drop. And with the help from Pronax, after JW missed the shot, they're going to finish up the last one in mid. That's Olaf trying to have the pistol battle up with Cajun B. And the rounds level themselves up at 4 apiece. Team Solo Mid, they've got enough money to buy, though. So this will be a gun round for them. And is Sipnix Yeah, he's going to get the AK.
And remember, I said Fnatic's T side on a map like this is probably the best T side on Cash that I can think of off the top of my head. So more rounds, the better for TSM. Again, this double op, so scary when Fnatic brings it out. And look at the mid presence. They're already pushed up. To breeze through, though, they weren't expecting that, so he catches Crims. That's one player down and a crucial player down inside the vents at B. This will force Flusher or Pronax, one of the two, to get out of mid and help support on a rotation position.
Well, they actually haven't left. They've stuck around. They're going to trust Olaf to hold up against Cajun B. Because Olaf's in the back of the B side. Okay, now Flusher is moving. He's spraying in. Just in case anybody did get into that small little box corner. Near checkers. And Flusher to hold from hell. He doesn't know where Cajun B is. He's just around the corner with that AK. Sipnix is rotating back over, so is Karrigan. They're coming over to the B site. But because Pronax is sitting practically at mid, he's going to hear any kind of heavy walking. JW, okay, there's your pick in mid. Pronax is still over in Cubby. He'll take out one, should know there's a second, guess a second as well. So even though JW's gone down, he'll still be able to save that AWP if he wants to. And Cajun B, the last man left alive for TSM with that AK. He's watching for white box. There's the jump up and the tags. It's going to be flushing it on top. Second AWP. Actually not being picked up here by Fnatic yet. They're a little bit late to get to it, which means they're going to have to buy. But with 12k over on Crims, I don't feel they're going to get that stretched. Not for the purchase, at least. But they're not going to.
No, that's, I mean...
In fact, JW, not buying the M4.
Let's go back. They've got 3 kills in the last 3 rounds. So
check out what JW bought when you got 4.7k.
Why not? I'm trying to think of what number UMP45 is. It's 4 in the SMG, so it might not even have a misclick. But he makes good work of it. Look at that, running up. Already Zipnik's down. Maybe he's doing it because he realizes he's going to play an aggressive A main, so he doesn't want to give him a really fantastic weapon, but a weapon he can do get a good kill with. Speaking of good kill, Dupree, nice deagle to work. The nade from JW at the exact same time as TSM run out. He's going to use the smoke to get the hell out of there as the second nade flies in from Crims. And this is just a quick mop-up by Fnatic. JW's also got a crap ton of cash because of the save. He's up to 8.8k now. But really, you got 3 players over 10k on Fnatic. Money is not their primary concern. And JW did switch out for the AK. Wait, we got 3 AWPs on TSM. We're going a 3 AWP T side. Why not? They need something. They need to find an opening. But where's your angle? What advantage do you get from this? And there's not really one. I kind of said why not in terms of throwing in the towel, which they shouldn't be doing at this point. But this is very interesting. Yeah, one's already down and out. Olaf again. Here he is, adjusting angles. But there's 2 things. One, there's not that many openings on the T side unless you want to fan out and play for picks at every possible mid A and B. And the longer the time it goes on while you're holding on to those ops, the less potential you're going to have to get inside the site and take the fights up close. So it's not really an ideal setup. This is quite questionable. Obviously, they were thinking that Fnatic's aggression might play into them. It could have just been a misbuy. I don't think so. I think what they were actually hoping for was a change in pace from Fnatic. Oh, he's scoped in, and Karrigan doesn't realize that. Yeah, okay, now he does. He saw it now. He saw him drop down. A little bit of tag into JW, I think, is the man having to battle with him. And Device, he's able to find one on the Pronax. He's still got 4 CTs to get through. And here they come. Flashes, smokes, whatever you've got. JW, he doesn't need to see to kill him. This guy's got X-ray vision. You can call him Superman at this point. And they're looking for the secondary AWP. They can't reach it in time. I mean, there was only 3 on the ground for them to pick up, right? See, the only way I could see that triple AWP really working for them is they look for the pick over on B. You play very, very slow. Just try and get the pick. Boost up onto the mid boxes. You find one in mid, and then you have another AWP which could potentially have the pick through A main. They would be your 3 angles that you'd normally take an AWP for. But they didn't do the box boost over mid, so they ended up having one trying to go in through long A, one trying to come up through A main, and they never really found the opening. Wall of smokes out mid. That forces JW to sit around. If they were a little quicker towards A, Pronax wasn't in positions yet because Cajun B's making them think that he was going to take those vents, but good smokes. Now they've got them forced outside of A, and they're going to go all the way around. Karrigan's on the backside of quad already. Where's the bomb? Finally getting in position, but nice shot from Olaf up above. He's already gone up the ladder and rained down from above on the catwalk. Finally a response. Zipnix gets into Pronax. That bomb's already down, so it's a 3-on-4 post-plant, but the deagle, Grim's not having anything as takes down Device, and finally everyone gets answered. There's nobody left to prevent the wires from being cut. 7-4, make it 8-4. Fnatic are looking great.
Man, Fnatic played that so smart. They realized the Team Solid, we're just going to like push in as hard as they possibly can, take the site, check every corner as they go. So what they do is they pull back to the top of Highway, throw one up on top of Cat, and then you get this, like, you get the 2 levels of this spray area. So you know, even if you're just shooting into the smoke, you're probably going to get 1, you're probably going to get 2. We saw JW do it 2 rounds ago, where he's able to get these shots through the smoke, because they just know the angles that TSM are going to run, at the timing they're going to run. That way you're not flashed up, you're not forced to play blind, and then you hold on to your nades so you can retake the site from a position of power. And now, because
it was very well done.
Yeah. I'm just loving the coordination. Okay, here come your smokes and nades again. Again, they're going to call the A. Sipnix with the flashback. This time, though, JW was out a little bit too far. Same with Crims.
Much better entry from Kerrigan.
Yep. This time, they're getting the frags onto Fnatic. Olof reveals his position.
Watch Flusha, though. He's going for this big flank device. Is far too smart, far too aware. He's been on point with his mind all night.
Get out of there, Olof. He wants to pick, but he's running out of smoke.
Much better execution that time. And Fnatic, like you said, JW up a little bit too close, got caught out early. That took away one of your manpower, one of your rotators coming up from Highway. So they get in. They knew that they were close the first round. They go right back to the same strategy. I don't think 3 in a row is going to hold, though. Fnatic's going to have a little bit more of a lean toward A side if they want to try that again.
All right, so pick time. Who gets where? Flashes, nades, and already device gets Flusher. He did scan up both of the players in mid. So he saw that Crims was there as well. And now they're going to... Wait, I thought they were going to boost device up. The JW is waiting for that. So the attack into A. Olof very aggressively up on the B side. Sitting close in. He does have that AWP available to him. In fact, he's already pushing up through B. Getting as much early information to take the initial kill and then just double back. And where is it? Bomb. There's the initial kill. Fall back as quick as possible. Stops the push from TSM, and they even question going into B now. In fact, they're bringing the bomb back over to A.
This is actually working a bit. They've got to be quicker, though, with this setup. Pronax is already out of the site, and here they are setting up another smoke play onto A.
They realized they've been baited. Olof pushed himself up into the double smoke, realized no one's there, so Pronax and JW have already doubled back.
They need to review this play. They need to look back at a demo and realize that they've already sold the fake. They need to be quicker on that execution. Smokes are going to be good. They're great. They're well positioned. Everything's cordoned off like you can see, but they're already 2 players back inside the site. So JW, there it is, already home, takes down Kerrigan. Dupree catches him, but Pronax is still there as well. And an easy, make it a double. Wow, Dupree as well. That's bomb, and there you go. Fnatic come back around, and it's an easy cleanup of the site.
They might also look at the way Fnatic dealt with that, because they had Crim sitting on the vents. So because of that, he knew he'll get back in there quick enough. So the flashes, the smokes will come in. The second that happened, you're going to run yourself up Highway. Pronax did really well here. He played the side of the boxes nicely. He played the corner of the smoke even better. And Team Solid Mid just could not shut him down, which means the site was held from in front, and that bought time. That only need to buy like 2-3 seconds for Crims to get there.
Change of pace. They're going to go for a mid boost this time.
That's a big, heavy mid boost, and already Crims taking some damage, but he sees them drop. The flash is going up high, so Pronax blinds up Dupree, looking for the one up on top of the boxes. That nade can do some serious damage. Actually, not as much as I would have thought. The Fnatic back up, and JW with the AWP. Pretty exposed position. He can move himself into the box in a moment. And Olof, wow, okay. Talk about a flank and a half. Brings down Sipnix, knows there's another over on Cubby. And Pronax will give him the cover fire required. One up already on the boost, and the last one sitting in Cubby. That's Device, and Olof will wrap him up. Last round of the half, Fnatic will go in 10-5 to their T side.
Yeah, I think that's a bit extreme for TSM to come back from. I'm trying to do up my top buttons real quick as we go to camera, just so Jordan can be like, I told them.
I didn't realize you're undressing yourself halfway through. They're not even going to come back to the camera because we're going directly into
that's fine.
halftime.
I was going to try and appease Jordan, who's sitting in chat watching. But no, I mean, look, Fnatic with 10 rounds CT, not only that, excellent retakes. The double op setup was unpenetrable over at B. They couldn't get past Olof at all. In fact, it was only until late they realized they had a chance to at least get bombs down at the A side. Fnatic at this point, you lose this pistol, I think this is over. I said 16-8 would be the low side of the score. I think it's going to be potentially worse than that.
It could be worse, yeah. And just the fact that Olaf was able to hold that. Like, was there ever... I think there was one time they were able to breach into B. And that was it. Well, there's your first frag. That's going to be JW. Instant revenge kill from Debris, though. Only requires one bullet from that USP. He's getting pushed back into checkers. But this is all a bait out. Flush is making a lot of noise on A. Karrigan still not quite sure exactly where this plan's coming. But look how far back they are. There's no one on the A side. Sipnix is holding from truck. There's no one on that A side. Karrigan's now going to go for a little bit of an information run. He's moving up in mid. So the time he moves back over to A, well, there's the kill from Flusher onto Dupree, which means Device is the only man on top of that B side. Karrigan in mid and Zipnik's back at the truck. And here they come into B. Already the first frag out from Device, using that corner quite nicely. Claims the second, needs to reload, however. Backs up, finds the third onto Crims. And Device, he has to go big for solo mid. As you said, they have to win this round. With Nate to fly out, they're going to do so. Sipnix will get the kill. There was at least one other kill coming in for Pronax. But Team Solo mid get the critical round here. But knowing Fnatic, like, where's that aggressive buy?
Well, no bomb plant.
3 Tech 9s. I'm seeing 2 sets of armor, 3 sets of armor, one with a headpiece. It's a proper buy. They're coming for a kill.
So without an eco right now, of course it is Tech 9s for Fnatic, but without an eco here, they should be able to get 3 rounds off this. So we'll go back to 10-8 now, and then it's a bit to play for. That first gun round becomes the key factor in breaking the economy of what Team Solomid are building up. Then we look at Fnatic to run away with it still, or it goes the other way, and it's right back to a save for Fnatic, and we actually have to fight for the rest of the game because the economy will stabilize itself. So it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. Team Solomid can make something of this, but they've got to be smart on their executions, and they've got to hold this A. Karrigan's already back to the site, though. Yeah,
Zipnik's in the greatest position he could be. Gets flashed up a little bit, forcing him back. But already, Fnatic, they're in on the site. Lines up 2 of them. Olaf still able to do some level of work before Karrigan will kill him off. As they switch for the Tech 9. I'm guessing Famus not as powerful for him. Rotation up from Flusher, not going to do enough. Pronax is at least able to claim a couple of them here, but Dupree comes through for the flank up through the A main. And it will be a 10-7 for Team Solo mid and a full pistol round for Fnatic, as you're saying. This should force it to being a 10-8. Should.
Yeah, I mean, all signs can point to it right now. Fnatic didn't get much going for them that time. Still no bombs down. That's important as well because it's not building economy to let them even get ops out in the 3rd round at this point. Or the 4th round, rather, excuse me.
Look at him not even move. Olaf hasn't flinched. He's just looking at a box wall at the moment with the bomb sitting behind him. So they go out one by one to see if they can find a pickup.
Actually, JW just went back to pick that up, so I'm thinking Olaf
is AFK.
His ping's not... Well, no one's ping's changed.
No, he's just AFK. We had this earlier tonight as well. It's just a pistol round where you don't really feel like you're going to find anything anyway, so...
Yeah, but that's not normal, so that's online versus LAN right there. That's just Olaf sitting back. Maybe something came up, but his ping hasn't moved, so I'm wondering if he might have actually disconnected. We'll wait and see.
Pizza arrived at the door.
I'm coming over, Olaf. Give me a slice.
Cat's in the freezer. Got to get him out. Any other excuse you can come up with? Now he's moving.
Yeah, there he goes.
So he's alive. Karrigan and Zipnix. They control mid. And Pronax and Olaf, well, they're going to come for a late push in. 30 seconds left on the clock, so Olaf arrives just in time for the cake. If they can get in. But look where Karrigan is. He's already sitting up inside the vents. So Fnatic are about to get massively crossfire. KGB reveals them there. 1, 2, looking for the 3rd. Pulls out the pistol, but Dupree is the man to get the doubles. And that is just an easy round for Team Solo mid. They were forced to wait for it, though. But the round still belongs to them. And so we get ourselves a buy round for Fnatic.
Yeah, we're going to see rifles all the way across. No one going for an op yet.
Neither Team Solo mid. Like, they're sitting with their Famuses and 3 M4s.
And they could actually... Dupree could force... No, he couldn't. My apologies. Well, with armor, if he already had armor into the start of the round, he actually could have grabbed one. So they're going to choose not to do this. This is a conscious decision to try and continue going one-on-one with these rifles. They'll smoke off A main early and actually B main as well. So they won't even take that early peeker's advantage against Flusha.
Kind of weird where they both went, though, because they... Okay, it wasn't because they boosted Cage and B up into the vents. But if Fnatic were looking to force the issue, They could have found themselves caught out just doing that boost because they were a little late to the
JW's peeking it, though. JW's already looking at that angle from mid.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting to see if Cajun spots him. Oh,
he's
look how
aiming
close
up.
it is.
He's aiming up to look for the boost spot. If JW pre-fires this, he's going to do a lot of damage to Cajun B.
That secondary smoke that just came out from Dupree on B is going to tell Flush that there's at least one still in that site. So Pronax is still all the way back at spawn. He wants Crims to find the information from Squeaky, and he may do it because Zipnix is already fading. They're actually looking at B because of that.
Look at this A side, though. I think Olaf has just called out. It's like, yeah, this guy's holding back from A truck. They've heavily stacked mid. That's Kerrigan inside Cubby. Takes out one. Can't get the second.
That's Cajun B that was still waiting. He was still waiting in those vents, so he walked out into the crossfire, and now it's all Zipnix on A. He's got to wait for his team to arrive. They're all hustling
in a great position
up the highway, but that's a speeding ticket on the highway for you, Mr. Device, as Olaf plays the police officer and gets the easy kill. Finally, Pronax finds Zipnix in the backside, so bomb down 2-on-2.
I'm really trying to understand why they're giving him the A site in such a manner. Like, there's no one closer. Look for the initial frag. Cajun B is able to force us into a one-on-one situation as we go into our dualies. Cam-wise, who can find the advantage? Pronax hiding inside of Squeaky. He'll let Cajun have a look around. Cajun's expecting him to basically be working these boxes. Is he going to check the corner, defuse, faking it? Pronax comes out to have a bit of a look, and Cajun B wins on the battle, and he's got enough time for the defuse.
So good one-on-one by Mr. Cajun.
B.
Oh, there you are.
It's not the high point, man. It's one thing which
fine.
I have hammered into me. No fake hype.
It's not even hype. It's
gonna be real hype.
It's Cajun.
Like, if you want, we can do a round like the Koreans do it.
No, that's fine. I'm good.
Khan wanted that when he was here.
That's true.
He really did.
Just non-stop freeze time.
No, you know, at one point we will have to do a Korean round.
Okay.
Oh, JW. That's not the way he wanted to start the round. Down to 10 HP already. After that spray through of the AK. Sorry, AK, M4. And TSM, they know it's an A. The bomb is still floating around. Olaf sitting on top of Blue Door. He's being watched up from Catwalk as Device, who's trying to get a little bit more of a sneakier peek. Finds Pronax in A main. And Fnatic getting really tied up here. Not finding the opening. Speaking of opening, Olaf will finally wedge the door open. Of course, that instantly flags the Devices will make the sound, so squeaking at him. Device looking for his next one. Crims will finally drop him, and the push is still coming. They expect him to back up. Kerrigan's moving over. Zipnix, again, the only man to defend from the side. And they're given the opening to, well, okay, well, there goes the opening. When Kerrigan's got that AWP, that opening isn't anywhere near as much anymore. And well, he can't get the AWP shot. Switches over the pistol. Going to fail on that one. We're down to the one last player. 7 HP on Crims. He's shut down. 10 rounds to 10. And Team Solo mid.
Looking very coordinated on the A-holds. Very coordinated. So this is scary now because I expected at this point we would have a few more bomb plants. Obviously, Cajun B won that one-on-one. That goes a long way for how this game shapes up now. He lost that. They were saving, and Fnatic gives themselves that cushion and potentially enough. Yeah, they're going to. They're going to force. They've got a full money bonus going their way right now.
It's not a full buy. They're still running this this like buy up, but we have Tech 9s with armor, flashes, smokes, and nades.
I mean, I consider Tech 9 with 2 rifles to complement it. This is a full force in my opinion. You've got full head armor on everyone with the exception of Pronax. Yes, it does make a difference against M4s, but Crims doesn't care. He's already got Device.
Oh, that's a really good Molotov as well, forcing the guy out in checkers, but Dupree is able to find 2. Now Kerrigan from up in heaven. A divine shot. And JW needs to smoke out the primary entry into B. So Heaven's the only way the Team Solo mid can get a look. They've got the M4s now in hands. Spraying through with the nades. These CTs are not healthy. It's JW flashing up to Heaven. Olaf is the man with the bomb, and he's not in the site. In fact, where is JW heading? Zipnix wants to go on the flank to come back through vents. The second he cracks this, they're going to be aware. And this leaves a lot of work. A lot of work for Kerrigan to do. He just needs the AWP pick, and JW already read it perfectly. So the AWP is the last gun left for Kerrigan. Or for TSM. And he's going to save. He's backing up. They let him have it, and Fnatic are able to take the round.
And the reason he's got to save is he's got 1,900. He'll barely be able to buy into the next round. They've got 2 players on 3 digits, but they've also got Dupree and Cajun who can drop down. So they'll get out this M4, actually, never mind, pardon me, AWP that Kerrigan's now picked up. So there'll be 2 M4s dropped, 2 bot, and 1
Look at
from
JW.
Moss. So we should have
Look at JW. He's right behind him. He's right behind him.
Wow.
He got the kill after timer as well. The AWP is going to be lost.
Yep. After timer's the crucial part of that because he gets very little for
Look
this.
at him buy. Look at him buy. TSM are just like, screw it. We don't care about no money. They buy double AWPs for Kerrigan as well as KHB.
We've seen this before, that an AWP and an M4 in the right positions at the right time on this map are enough to shut down pushes. They're going to run Kerrigan with 1 AWP over toward A. Zipnix is going to support with the 5-7, and the other AWP is in Device's hands, or pardon me, it's in KGB's hands toward middle, and they've actually got him, oh, my mistake, over toward Checkers. So he's moved around. He's come back into the B site. Now Flush is going to be the one that contests him, but they're grouping middle right now, and Zipnix is going to have to be very careful not to leave Kerrigan alone with that AWP, because if it goes down too early, it's going to be very hard to recover.
Dupree needed that first hit to work for him. Was not possible, so the mid now belongs to Fnatic. And they're moving over to the A site. Device and Zipnix, they still need to control up mid. And in they go, in through A main. No one on the boost box. Crims wants to come up through blue door. Zipnix going to bounce himself up on top of the ticket booth, but already with the Molotov trying to clean out the forklift area. Smokes as well. Zipnix and Kerrigan seeing tight in the site. That AWP from Kerrigan needs to work so hard here. The flashes, the T's, they're already pretty low. So just a couple of picks. There it is. KGB and Zipnix. They gain the crossfire, pulling out the pistol, and Fnatic. It's a fail entry. Flush of the last man left alive who came up through the highway. Everyone's low on the CTs, but he's lower on no life. They hold the double AWPs. They hold around and lock this up at 11-11.
And now they look like geniuses because they lose that round, forcing that deep into it with those double AWPs coming out. Fnatic has an extraordinary lead in the economy. Now they've broken them, and they've got the chance to take the lead on the CT side. So Fnatic's looking at potentially dropping out of this series in 2 maps, which would be remarkable performance from TSM. Keep in mind, they're sort of the thorn in Fnatic's side. They're the team that beat them at Aspen as well. That's why JW was tweeting at, I think it was NBK, that, oh, I may not have a medal, but I've got more other titles. And I think it was NBK said, I don't care, I've got one around my neck.
Enter the bad blood. Crims pushes out. He's got a little bit of help from Pronax from A main, but the rest of the help is also rotated in. That's Zipnix. The bomb is there with Olaf in A main. He's the last man left standing, and now the bomb's going to be revealed. So they know the bomb's in A main. JW's moving over, and this looks like a very quick round going the way of TSM. But there is money next time, so Fnatic, they knew this round was a little bit of a throwaway where maybe they could find some fracture in the armor of TSM. But they hold tight. There goes Flusher. And then the final man. It'll be JW, the Wonder Child. Try and play this Tech-9 battle. At least gets one. He gets the kill on Device. But you just dropped, what, a Famus? That was all? That's fine. TSM have enough cash. They can keep funding their war effort. And what does Fnatic get? They got the AWP on JW. But he's going glass cannon. There's no armor on JW as he goes for this purchase.
Yeah, and only one smoke to let him fall off. So I'm assuming we're going to see him try and get an early pick toward mid.
They'll have to boost him on the box if they're going to do it. That's where he's headed, but there's no teammates, so he's going for the A main. And now he's backing up. Pronax is here, and now, yeah, they're going to go for a delayed boost on top of the boxes.
Well, Kerrigan's going to come under a little bit of threat from that. Flusha's holding Dupree off of it. They can't even get him in toward the vents right now. So it's a long way back to mid. That means it's Device is the first one that has to be there. But Kerrigan's already got Olaf. There's your glass cannon, though. Kerrigan down. Instantly counter peeks that. And now the defense have to split up. KGB's got to leave B. They've got to get someone else toward mid presence.
But the problem is Flusha was making such a noise over on B. They don't really want to move away from this one. Yeah, they could be playing mid, but what makes them certain that this is going to be an A push? The bomb is still like, Fnatic still haven't decided exactly where they're going to go. Okay, now they have. Flush is moving over. He's coming to grab that bomb. JW needs to keep supremacy over mid.
They're leaving KGB deep in checkers. They've still got Dupree over by Generator, so that's not a quick rotation if Fnatic wanted to hit A right now.
JW thinks there's one in Cubby. It's wasting time watching this.
And they're actually walking it to B, which is your tighter entry point, so
But at the same time, Pronex just went down over on A. Dupree was moving over. KGB gets flashed. Dupree instantly turns himself around. Already KGB gets one. Can't get the second. JW get the frag. And we're into a 3-on-1 situation. JW with that AWP. Remember, still glass cannon AWP. He hears the vents going out, so he knows there's one to his right and also one up in heaven. There's no way he's going to take this fight. 10 seconds left. He doesn't have the bomb. He cannot get the plant. Device is hunting it. They need this AWP out of the hands of JW, and he's going to get it too. Wow. And that means an AWP into the hands here of TSM as Device is able to grab it. And Fnatic, they really are in a world of hurt with only 2.3, 2.6K between them.
And I was hyping up their T-sided half on Cash. They've got 1 round so far. They had 10 on the CT side. They haven't found anything to work with since then.
They go 5 smokes, 2 flashes, and a couple of upgraded pistols. This has to be just a quick A.
They might even just rush it out A long. They might just try and come in close. Nope, they're going to stop. They're going to set up. They're going to go for the walls of smoke. So there'll be 3 smokes out total. 1 will likely cover off quad. 2 back toward the truck side. That's Device and Zipnix to be held. Kerrigan and Dupree going to be your first to rotate. They've got to be quick. These pistols find kills early on the way in. It's going to be very tight for TSM to retake.
Man, that's such thick smoke. There's nothing you can see.
Zipnix
going to get flashed as well at the perfect time. But Device lines him up with the M4. Can't get enough. KGB watching from the truck. And that is going to be the 14th round for TSM. And potentially a 2-0 against Fnatic. They have buys now. But if this round goes bad for Fnatic, it's all over. It really is. Rec 9s or no Rec 9s, they're in such a world of hurt. Highest money is flush with 450. Cajun B. He's had himself a fantastic game already as you see his series stats. And here we go. So Fnatic, they go for this split pick once again. Floating Crims to long A. Olaf in through A main. And then the 2 waiting in garage while Flush makes the noise over on B. Flush is just hoping someone from TSM tries to get a little bit more info. But how controlled does TSM feel? Like, Dupree's moved up to the box. But it really feels like TSM are just tight and patient. Device. Okay, he has to back up. He's being attacked. He can't back up all the way. He needs more help from his teammates to do so. As Crims was right behind him. We get a quick lag, but we're okay. And the T's own mid. Well, I say that. They don't own anywhere else on the map. They're just hoping that Team Solid Mid will land on Mayfair.
And they've gone all in to try and play for the win here, not even overtime, so they won't have anything left to go against. As Kerrigan right now still has that op. They'll be able to get out an easy second one in the next round. And Device, there it is. Flush it down. Bombs dropped again. And Crims is in mid. He might be able to get a few exits, but that's all he can possibly hope for. In fact, he may not even get that. Does get Zipnix. There it is. Counter kill. Kerrigan comes out. So match point, match and series point at that.
How many people was it over on CSGO Lounge that bet the other way?
It was 3-1 odds, so it was like 25% or something along those lines. So that's quite good right now. Good performance from TSM.
I'm double checking. 15% actually to the 85. Someone is going to be toasting tonight with caviar. As TSM, we go in into potentially the last round. Fnatic, they buy up as much as they can get. Already, it's a 1-for-1 trade-off. Kerrigan being the big one, he had the AWP. They're trying to recover that one as well by moving Device into mid. He's able to claim 2 with the M4. KGB supporting Device with 3, and that could be it. Olaf is the last man left alive. The bomb is exposed in mid, and he's over on the A side. The nades are flying his way, and there it is. GG. So, TSM will be the ones to go into the grand final to be played out tomorrow night at 21 CET, and Fnatic will have to go the envious route. In through the bottom, they have to go up against
Na'Vi.
Have
to go quite the envious route,
Envious got done in the first semi-final.
Yeah, that's right. Well, unfortunate circumstances with their internet outage that prohibited them from playing.
But it's that route when you have to play your last finals out. You got 2 best of 3s to get through. It's going to be a long night for them. There's not much of a break. You get like maybe 10 minutes between the maps and maybe 15, 20 minutes between the games. And
we were talking about this before the night. We said there's potential this could be two straight games, no third maps. I actually thought in the first matchup we were more likely. Once I saw the maps in this one, I thought 3, but I definitely didn't expect 2 for TSM. So they're looking great. Obviously, it's online. They've been known to be fairly decent online, and Fnatic obviously can prove themselves at LAN. If TSM can find this form, if they get to DreamHack Bucharest, if they can use it at Star Ladder, if they can start to become more consistent, they're definitely a top 4 team or have the potential to be top 4. Right now, they're rated number 5 in Thorn's rankings. But as their T-side continues, they're more and more of a threat. And there's no question, individual skill. The aim, Dupree tonight on Dust 2.
He was great.
Round 4, I think it was, Dust 2, coming back inside B when they were entering. Over top of the double stack boxes. 1-shot window, 1-shot at door. Huge aim. Cajun B with 3 straight hat trick. The guys are great. If they can get it together T-side and be consistent, they're an awesome team.
And I'm looking forward to seeing more of them, but we won't be able to see that until tomorrow night. For now, though, we are doing our Stat Track M4A4 Dragon King giveaway, as you can see directly below. So if you have managed to subscribe to the channel, and you're absolutely amazing by doing so, you've got a bevy of beautiful emotions which you can have, as well as supporting the prize
there's more emotions in this friggin' channel than I think on the whole
channel.
plethora of Twitch otherwise.
I've never seen that many
emotions
ready?
In one Twitch channel. 3, 2, Cajun. Wait, we're going to count it up. 3, 2, Cajun 3. 1, 2, I can't count. We're done. Roll it. Limezo! I'm done. Didn't happen. Nobody heard it.
Well done, Limezo. You've won yourself. 4A4.
We're done. Nothing never happened. 1 and 3. It's subjective. It's entirely subjective in which order those numbers go. Completely arbitrary.
I have a tear.
So, Limezo, you get the lovely Dragon King M4A4. And, so tomorrow we'll take a look at exactly what we've got planned. It's going to be Fnatic against Na'Vi. Very strong performance from TSM to allow them to wait for the winner of that game. And, of course, flip side Bow out here. They've still got a chance in that second chance qualifier. But Fnatic guarantees themselves, as does Na'Vi, at least $1,000. And TSM's guaranteed themselves at least $2,500, and they're looking to go on with this performance. I hope they show up again tomorrow night, because how exciting is it when we get another team to watch out for on a skill level like this?
I'm still not going to feel, though, that TSM's going to come up on top. I know I was saying that Fnatic are going to have a rough run. I don't feel like Na'Vi could beat them. If Na'Vi was tested more tonight, then I might be, you know what, they got a chance up against Fnatic. But they weren't really massively tested tonight.
On paper, you're never going to bet against Fnatic unless you're just one of those lucky guys who wants to take the odds for a night like tonight.
15%.
Yeah, and we're going to sit here and say that on paper Fnatic should go through this, but we got to remember what maps are going to come out, how people are going to veto and ban against them. You have to look at the fact that they picked Cash tonight. It didn't go that well, so maybe you're going to want to let that one slip through. Try and take out Inferno, which is one of their better maps. We never got there tonight. Obviously, Cobble's still a wild card for them because they do like to play it, but how good are they actually on it? Are people just scared of them based on a few results? That's still a skewed map. Not everyone's up to speed with the meta on it, so it's hard to tell if they're really that good or if other teams are really that lackluster, so you take a gamble there if you want to ban it, allow them to pick something else. It really comes down to map choices right now against Fnatic, and it's a fragile, fine line. TSM just got brilliant against Dust 2 and took that map with ease, and then Cash, they played well, so...
Well, we're going to wrap up today because tonight is over. So we had a 2-0 and a 2-0 result. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night, 18 CET, where Fnatic will go up against Na'Vi, winner versus TSM. And the winner of that is a DreamHack Bucharest. Huge amount of prize pool. Great production from PGL and CSGO Championship Series. We'll be back tomorrow.
Glad you did all that. See you then.
The flashbangs, keeping the CTs quite blind, but they're getting a good crossfire out here. And Crims battling from the back box, doing some serious lifting at the moment. Has to move around. Cajun B on the front lines, taking out 2. Can't get the 3rd. We're going to do a 3-on-2 situation with JW jumping for Fish and snaps back the spine of Cajun B. And they know where the last one is, over the boxes to a land far, far away. He's pushed up on him, and that's going to be Olaf to drop down. Eventually, I'll finish my point. And he waits so patiently for JW.
Dupree, this is
That's the M4 holding on top of the site. And while Cajun B's looking at the exact position, takes out Olaf, looking them up to heaven. Where that second player is, Cajun B playing a beautiful, beautiful AWP game. Over on A. That means they can commit 3 to mid, and JW looks for the A main. Olaf gets 1. He's going to look for the second. He gets the second as well, having to back up to the boxes and back a checker. Gets the 3rd. There's a 4th one coming in through checkers, and he takes the 4! Oh, Olaf. Pronax is still over in Cubby. He'll take out 1. Should know there's a second. Gets the second as well. Flashes, smokes, whatever you've got, JW. He doesn't need to see to kill him. This guy's got X-ray vision. You could call him Superman at this point.
home, takes down Kerrigan. Dupree catches him, but Pronax is still there as well. And an easy, make it a double. Wow, Dupree as well. That's bomb, and there you go. Fnatic come back around, and it's an easy cleanup of the site.
Here they come into B. Already the first frag out from Device, using that corner quite nicely. Claims the second, needs to reload, however. Backs up, finds the third onto Crims. A little bit, forcing him back. But already, Fnatic, they're in on the site, lines up two of them. Olaf still able to do some level of work before Kerrigan will kill him.